Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Joe Fit Johnson back at it again to bring y'all some fire content. If you are new to this channel, this is where we come to talk about fitness, health, mindset development, financial literacy, crypto, modeling, really everything that has to do with self-development and my lifestyle overall. So again, if you're new to this channel, I am a signed model, internationally signed model. I've modeled for a lot of people's favorite brands. You may have seen me anywhere from on Vans, Macy's, a bunch of different brands, and pretty much what I want to talk about today is I got booked a shoot with Nike, and I want to give y'all some insight on how this came about, how I booked the job, what the experience was like, and so on and so forth. Because one of the most frequent questions I get asked is, how do I get into modeling? How do I start modeling? What do you do? Yada yada yada. And I have a video that explains like tips for models that want to get started. So if you highly recommend checking that out, because I give really good tips to like how you break into the industry and how you develop yourself, develop your image and things like that. So just to dive straight into things, I'm gonna actually start off with a story, right? A backstory on how I came to this point, right? Because it's been a marathon, right? It's been a slippery slope. I've been modeling for about 4 to 5 years, between LA, New York. I was even in London pre-pandemic. Actually had to leave London when the pandemic happened, because they were like closing down flights and stuff like that. But yeah, I've modeled for a lot of big brands, and I've been in the industry for a long time. I'm currently signed with Select. I've been signed in New York, LA, Milan, London, etc. And yeah, so I know what I'm talking about, right? So what I want to tell you guys first is backstory, right? So like I said, I've been modeling for 4 to 5 years. What really gave me my big break is when I signed with my mother agency, right? So if you don't know what a mother agency is, you will hear this term a lot when it comes to breaking into the modeling industry and getting your journey started. Mother agent is pretty much like your manager, right? It's that person that's going to develop someone off the street and help them become a model, right? Teach them how to pose, help them with their photos, connect them with their photographers, and then get them placed with the agency. It's also their middleman between the model and the agency. So if that model wants to get pulled out of the agency or something's not going on that's right, they can get pulled out. So it's nice to have a mother agent. And I was actually given this tip by a Wilhelmina agent. Actually, one sec. Like, bitch, what is he doing? All right, like I was saying, I was actually given that tip to find a mother agent through Wilhelmina. So I went to meet Wilhelmina about 5 years ago when I first moved to LA, when I was just doing like open calls, submitting digitals, and pretty much not getting any callbacks, not really getting any luck. I finally met with Wilhelmina. They gave me a call back after I did an open call. And when I met with the head director there, I was nervous, I was new to the industry. I was new to taking photos, having someone take photos of me, and I'm in Wilhelmina, so I'm like low-key nervous. He could tell I didn't have modeling experience, and he's like, yo, you should get a mother agent. And he recommended me to Eric Stern. You can look up Eric Stern. He's a Wilhelmina mother agent. It's like their direct person. And he also gave me a tip that said, pretty much, you can go through Wilhelmina or any agencies, really, their tag photos, and mother agents will tag, the agency. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know how saturated it is now with like other people tagging, but you can definitely find mother agents, and I recommend that being a breaking point to actually helping you become a model and getting you in the door. You can also get scouted or through digitals and so forth into an agency, but yeah, to get back into the story, right? So my journey's been it's been up and down. I've been in New York. I modeled in New York for a couple of years, where I actually met with Nike plenty of times. I met with Nike about 3 times in New York, about 3 times in LA, and I never got the casting, and I didn't let this defeat me. My mindset behind not ever getting the call back with Nike was, God has another opportunity for me, right? A bigger opportunity. I kept, that optimism. And something that was really annoying to me though is because something that was really annoying to me was a lot of photographers and people would be like, oh, have you modeled for Nike? You would be a dope Nike model, even like other brands and photographers and so on and so forth, but I never get the job, throughout the years of casting with them and so forth. And then pretty much randomly, I recently signed with Select here in LA, which is a new agency for me, right? They've been around for a while, but it's a new agency for me. And Nike's one of their clients, right? And I got an email randomly that said, hey, Nike would like to, put you on hold for a contract for 2022, 2023 doing e-com. And when I got that email, I was stoked. I'm like, what? Let's go. Like, I didn't have to go to a casting. I didn't have to, honestly really do anything, right? At that point, but sign a contract. But with that being said, that may sound easy, right? It's like, oh, you just got the job just by, they just emailed you, right? But it was everything going up to that point, right? From moving from Minnesota to LA, right, with $1 and a dream, to being in LA, driving from Orange County, because when I first moved to LA, I lived in Orange County. So I used to drive from Orange County to LA just to go to open calls for like LA Models, Wilhelmina. You can find the open calls on the website, and I would never hear back. Except for that one time where they hit me back and I met with them. And again, I didn't get signed, but he gave me a valuable information, which I took and utilized. And then I took that information, I found a mother agent, literally went on Instagram, did the exact technique he showed me, found a mother agency that had a whole bunch of like minority boys that were like doing great things, like super professional photos and runways and things like that. So I reached out to that mother agent and I'm just like, hey, love your work. Are you looking for any new faces, right? That's a term for, right, new models that's under development. And he responded and we started talking, sent over digitals, and he's like, yo, you got a dope look. If you come to New York, we can set you up with some test shoots and we can take it from there. And I took the leap of faith. I invested money into an Airbnb, I invested money to a flight, and I went to New York. I had never been to New York, there was no promises, but that was a risk that I was willing to take. I'm like, yo, I'm hungry for it. It definitely could have been unsafe, right? But the page was very legit, it was very authentic. I had actually talked to him on the phone before, so I knew it was legit. So I took that flight, met with them. As soon as I touched down, had some test shoots done. Test shoots are basically just like shoots with photographers that go into your book, right? It's just like, it's not like an editorial, it's not like a campaign, it's just like a test shoot, something that's gonna build your book, something to test you, right? Help you build your skills and so forth. Right when I got to New York, I literally flew out there, didn't know how to take no subways, didn't know how to take no trains, and got to test shooting, and everything worked out. I ended up getting signed with that mother agent where he helped, again, set up those test shoots, got me placed here in LA with Two Management. And then once I came back out here from New York, I got placed with Two Management from those test photos that we did. Like literally, I was out there for like 5 days and literally we just shot probably like two times a day, maybe even 3 sometimes, like literally shooting like crazy. And that, I do give big props to my mother agent. I'm not with the mother agency anymore, but they really, he really did his thing and really helped me to develop my book and so forth. I got signed and that's when I started working with Vans and started doing some cool jobs. Shortly after that, I ended up moving to New York, so another leap of faith. And pretty much what I'm getting at here is, you may look at someone's result, right, but not understand the journey that they had to go through to get there, right? So yes, it just took an email from my agency to get that contract with Nike, but it was all of the effort, all the grind that I put in to get to that point, right? So, and I'm not saying that it's gonna take a huge journey for you to get to working with big brands and things like that, because I know guys that literally get scouted off the street and start modeling for brands within a few weeks. It's rare, but it's happened. I know a guy that literally got scouted in Mississippi, moved to New York, and ended up getting scouted for a Dior runway. My guy Ethan, I don't know if he's still modeling right now, but he definitely, when you're a model in New York, you meet all the other models. It's pretty tight knit. Everybody's journey is different when it comes to modeling. So with all that being said, what I would recommend is, again, trusting your process and grinding, man. Building your image. I feel like social media is a very, very powerful tool. That's kind of shifting the modeling industry from just being like supermodels and models. That influencers are kind of starting to get involved. Not starting, but they are involved and they are booking jobs and things like that. get a mother agency that can get you into an agency, or just get straight into an agency if you can, right? Everyone's journey is different. That's all I can say. Yeah, so man, I hope that helps, man. It was a hell of an experience to get that email, get that contract sent over to me, and then go on set and be working in Nike, and wearing the clothes and shooting them, and then being sent over. Yeah. So yeah, man, I hope that this helped y'all. I hope that this was like insightful. I do have other videos where I'll go more in depth in terms of getting started into modeling. If you're interested in like a list of like mother agencies that you can submit to, you can hit the link down below and just inquire for it. I don't have like a PDF or anything made right now, but I am thinking about making something if a lot of people are interested, kind of like maybe like a model one-on-one handbook that would just help aspiring models just like start building themselves up. But yeah, that's only if like people are actually like, people ask a lot of questions, but that doesn't mean that they're serious. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's something that I'm willing to do if people are requesting. So just go down below, or just drop a comment and ask questions. Like literally go down below, ask questions. Like I'll answer questions. I'll send you guys like, their ads and stuff like that. But if you want like a full breakdown, like that's something I'm willing to make. But yeah, man, also, like I said in my other videos, know why you want to model. Like if you're doing it for the bag, like the bag is, and I'm gonna do another video on this and like how much we get paid and like what that financial structure looks like when it comes to modeling. But I would definitely say like all the models I know, they have other gigs. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you're serving, whether you're doing like catering, like you need something else to help you stay afloat until you really take off as a model. Because yeah, it's not just gonna keep you afloat. Like it literally takes 90 days just to get paid most of the time. When you're working with agencies and working with big brands, unless it's just like a direct private booking. But yeah, if you have any questions, literally drop them below. I have a lot of answers. I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to this industry, connections and things like that. So if you have any questions, drop them below. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Everything's always the same at Joe Fit Johnson. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was enlightening, inspiring, motivational, and so on and so forth, man. So again, do it for the process, man. Like chase your dreams, step out in fear, like be uncomfortable. Like it's very easy. I could have been at home in Minnesota paying cheap rent, but I took that step. I went to LA, I took that step. I moved to New York. When I moved to New York, I didn't have a job laid down. I found my roommates on Facebook Marketplace. It was in Jersey because I couldn't afford, to live in New York at the time. So I had to live in Jersey and take the bus over the bridge because that's what I could afford at the time. And I just made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I made it happen. I didn't have the most, the space was cool, but it wasn't like I slept on a blow-up bed. You feel me? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do if you're trying to get to where you wanna go. You feel me? Literally slept on a twin-size blow-up bed. What the fuck is he talking about? Packed all my boxes up and shipped them, hundreds of dollars, plus my flights. Like, stop playing. If you want it, you gotta go after it and get it. You can't be comfortable and think stuff's just gonna fall into your lap. You gotta have faith in God, faith within yourself, and just make shit happen. Again, so you gotta know why it's important to you, and get after it, because the first thing that a mother agent or agency is gonna ask is, okay, where do you wanna go, New York or LA? You feel me? It's like, you gotta be in a money-making market, and then you start testing and building up your book and so forth. So it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody, man, and your body's gotta be right. Your mind's gotta be right. So I definitely recommend working out, getting your body right. Like, even if you're skinny and you don't have you're not fat or anything like that, you can still do runway. But if you want to open up your array of opportunities and just truly have more confidence, like work out. And I feel like fitness is something that really, really helped me even not just get into the model industry, but like have the confidence to put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? And to take digitals and to not be afraid to take my shirt off, and to be able to work with photographers and be confident that my body looks good because I felt confident, right? So get in the gym. That's just gonna help you feel more empowered. Like anything I put my mind to, I can do. That's what fitness did for me. It was the first thing that allowed me to be like, anything I put my mind to, like I was able to transform my body. That I can fucking move to LA. Like I can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do that shit. I can put my mind to it. And anything else, man. So be down, be disciplined, and focus on yourself, focus on your mind, your body. Hit the subscribe. tap in with your boy. We're gonna get right. Tap into the podcast. We here, No Stagnation Academy. I got a free meal plan down below for building muscle and chiseling down body fat. You want to definitely have that high protein diet, and there's a meal plan down below that's going to give you the blueprint for free. It's not going to be there forever, so download it like ASAP. Like, don't wait around because it's not going to always be there. And that is going to come with access to be able to ask me questions as well. So when you download that meal plan, you will be able to ask questions and things like that to figure out how it best fits you and things like that. So it's really cool. Join the fitness community as well. Like, we're here for you, like dead ass. Like, ask questions, reach out. Like, I'm here for you. I also have a team that'll be here for you that will guide you to me or be able to answer questions and things like that, y'all. So much love, whole lot of game. We are here. It is 1 a.m. and I'm here making content because I want to do it. I want to give value. I want to tell my story. And this is what I love to do. I'm about to edit this video right now. This is my second time taking this video because the first video I was recording the whole time and it was blurry. It was focused on the computer in the back and not me. How pissed. I could have easily been like, okay, yeah, I'm going to just do it tomorrow. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to redo it right now. So I hope that this was helpful. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Rock with your boy. We are out. Go on Nike.com right now. You'll see me. Let's go.